You may recall that last year, the Supreme Court of the United States decided that businesses could prevent their female employees from accessing necessary health care if those businesses were run by people who held misogynistic religious beliefs. That was fun. Well, as with all Supreme Court cases, that set a precedent, and we are now seeing the effects of that, particularly in Georgia, where lawmakers are about to pass a bill that will allow any individual or business to discriminate against anyone else so long as they hold a deep religious conviction. Since we already know that religious texts like the Bible can be read to advocate pretty much anything you want, this is a huge can of worms, particularly because the bill itself is written in such vague language as to allow a whole host of hilarious/depressing situations. Like, for instance, a firefighter could legally decide to not put out your house fire because you once ate shellfish. At least, according to Leviticus, that is a serious issue for that firefighter. Or let's say a paramedic could choose not to give you CPR because you're divorced, also frowned upon in many religions. A prisoner could claim that his sincerely held religious belief is that he should be free. Oh, wait, actually, that's the one situation that this bill does account for. It specifically does not apply to prisoners. Moving on. A pharmacist could choose to not give you life-saving cancer treatment if you're pregnant and the treatment might harm the fetus. Because, fetuses are important to that pharmacist, so too bad for you. Or an adoption agency could choose to not allow you to be adopted to a family that wants you because that family consists of, let's say, 2 lesbians. Man, at some point these examples went from hilarious to, super real and depressing. Georgians are protesting the bill, some by picking up their entire businesses and moving them out of state, like with small tech company 373K, and others by promising to not take advantage of the discriminatory language in the bill, like with DragonCon, the large sci-fi fantasy conference. I have been critical of DragonCon in the past because their founder committed some really horrific crimes. They finally booted that guy, though, from their board of directors, and it seems like it's been good for them because they just put out a great announcement stating that not only do they object to the bill, but they are seeking contracts with all of the people, all of the companies that they work with to make sure that all of those companies are also committed to not discriminating against others based on this bill. Let's hope all of this has the desired effect of reminding Georgia's politicians that it's 2016, and hopefully people who cling to religion to support their horrific bigotry are no longer accepted in polite society, let alone our government.